In this video, we will go through the steps of updating your WordPress installation. First of all, let's go through the steps. Always back up your site files and the WordPress database before you begin any updates. Next, you will apply the updates in this order: the WordPress software if there's an update available, then the plugins, and then your theme. If the WordPress software update is available, you will see a notification at the top of the updates page. We're first going to go to our dashboard and then to updates. Now we have already done our backup of this site, so we're ready to start on the updates. Here it says an updated version of WordPress is available. You can update to WordPress 3.5 automatically or download the package and install it manually. I typically, the first time that I install WordPress on a site, will install it manually, but afterwards for updates I generally use the automated version. So we're going to go ahead and update now. And we're done. We're going to go over to our site. Each step of the way after every update, we're going to go over to our site and we're going to refresh. And just to be sure, I do a hard refresh, which is a Control F5. Just to make sure everything's good. However, generally if you get back to this page that says welcome to the new version of WordPress, everything is fine. I'm just taking you through all the steps. So we're good, and then as soon as you get to this welcome page, it's going to tell you what has changed. So you can come down through here and take a look at all the new features and options. And let's go back to our updates page. You'll see you have a button here to reinstall, so if something doesn't look quite right, you can always reinstall, but you can also download here too. Next, we're going to work on our plugins. So here we have 4 plugins that are ready to be updated. You can do them all at once. I generally do not do that. If one of them is going to break the site, I'd like to know which one it is rather than have to go back and start all over with a restore. So let's go to Akismet and update. We're good. It's updated successfully. You can show details if you like. And we're going to return to WordPress updates. Let's go to the next one, Next Gen Gallery, and update. Everything's good. Return to updates. Tiny MCE Advanced. You can also go and view the details of what's changed. I typically do not do that unless I have reason to believe there's going to be a problem. I might know that through blog posts of blogs that I follow may have mentioned, oh, there was a problem with this update or that update. But typically I'll just go ahead and install. Everything's good. But if you were nervous about it, you could always go and look at the version. Let's open it in a new tab. And it's going to tell you what's changed, what's been fixed from the previous version. So let's come back. The other thing that it shows you is the compatibility with WordPress of the current version that you're running. So That's always a good thing to see too. If it is not compatible, you may want to hold off on updating that particular plugin unless it's giving you problems. Let's update this one and return to updates. And this is giving me a notification that I've just installed an update to WordPress SEO by Yoast. You won't see these on all your updates, but occasionally you'll find that the author has included this. I'm not going to go through the tour at this time. We're just going to click close. Now coming back to our list, we have updated our WordPress software, our plugins, and now we're going to update our theme. It's a good idea to make sure that you have the current version that you're running right now, a copy of that theme, so that you can reinstall it if you need to. It's perfectly okay to do that if you have an issue with the new theme, that it's just not working right or for whatever reason. And finally, you of course need to be prepared to restore the site files and database in the event that something goes wrong. So we're back to our site. We're going to go over here and just run a refresh and a hard refresh. Everything is still good. So let's go and see if we have any themes to update. We do. We have Weaver 2 theme and also 2011 and 2010. I'm not going to update 2011 and 2010 at this time because I'm running Weaver 2 at this point. I have in my appearance and themes folder, Weaver 2 is the current theme. So that's the only thing I'm going to update right now. Let's go ahead and select it. And if you are concerned, you can go to the site. So if we go and check out the Weaver 2 theme, over here in the themes directory for Weaver 2, which is our current theme, it gives you a link to the home page. It gives you the support tab, and if you go over to the developers tab, there is a subversion repository here. If we open that up, this will allow you to get previous versions. So if you were to install 1.2.7 and then decided it wasn't working for you, you can go and get 1.2.6 and upload that and activate that as your theme, which would effectively bring you back to the prior version. On the theme home page, sometimes it's easy to find information on the new version, sometimes it's not. They're pretty good about putting in information. So here you notice we're going to 1.2.7. So they actually made an article here on the update. And also, if you notice, we started with 1.2.4 and there have been 2 updates since then. So you can, for each of these, go in and read what changed, what happened, what they fixed, and so forth. At this point, I'm not concerned. I'm pretty comfortable that Weaver 2 update for WordPress is going to be okay. I'm going to go ahead and update it. So I've selected it here, and I'm going to update the theme. Updated successfully, and return to updates. So let's go back to our page and refresh, and a hard refresh. That looks pretty good. Let's go to our sample page. And everything looks just like it should. So it appears that we've had a very successful update of our WordPress software, our plugins, and our current theme. In the event that something had gone wrong and the site were to be broken, then we would follow the procedures for restoring our WordPress site, which are shown in the other videos. And that concludes the video on updating WordPress.